As an entrepreneur, I need you to see your legal compliance blueprint as the foundation in building a house. You cannot start from implementing a project where you want to have windows, you want to have the ceiling there before you can start to build a foundation. The ultimate legal compliance audit guide for women in business. Hey there, I'm Mallory, your finance and business consultant. I'm excited to present this audit guide to you today, and I advise that you stay up to the end. I have something very special for you. But go ahead, like and subscribe to this video. Also share to your friends, your go-getter buddy. Stay to the end. Let's go. If I were to start my business from scratch as a business consultant that helps several business types, whether it's a product-based business or a service-based business, this is what I will have in place: a legal compliance blueprint. And I would treat my legal compliance blueprint as the foundation in building a house. You cannot start from implementing a project where you want to have windows, you want to have the ceiling there before you can start to build a foundation. All these things rest upon the foundation, and based on the kind of foundation that you set down will determine the duration of that building, the kind of building, the entire structure, and how that building is going to look like. These are the things I will implement right away, because a legally compliant business should be 4 things. It should be fundable, it should be scalable, it should be sustainable, and it should be sellable. Ready for grants, ready for loan, ready for investors to invest in you. Scalable is to have the right systems in place, the right CRMs, the right marketing structure. Sustainable is resistant to lawsuit, to fines, because if you don't have the right legal compliance in place, you can fall into trouble and your business can get shut down. Sellable, a well-documented business is sellable. You have to think about the future. You have to think about this business long term. In addition to the 4 things that every legally compliant business should have, every entrepreneur should know these 8 things. 1 is know your legal identity. What does that mean? Your entity structure and governance. What should you check for? Is your entity properly structured? Are you a LLC or are you a corporation? You need to understand what you are. Are you registered with your state? Some people assume because they are operating businesses, they are registered with a state. If you haven't set up that registration with your state, you are only a sole proprietor and not a legally registered business. And you are losing a lot of money. You are putting your personal assets and everything on the line. So understanding your legal structure and where you sit benefits you, the entrepreneur, as a business owner, more than benefits anyone else. The next thing to check for is file your annual reports or your biannual reports every year, especially if you've been in business for over a year. Every year or 2, it depends on the state. Some states are every 2 years, some states are every 1 year. Depending on the state, have you filed your annual report? And in tax reporting, are you filing your tax reports? If you are late on them, if you're not filing on time, you incur penalties, you incur fees. 3rd thing to check for, do you have an operating agreement or a bylaw in place? If you are an LLC, you need to have an operating agreement. If you are a corporation or a nonprofit, you need to have a bylaws. These are mandatory documents your business need to have. Then you are considered an operational business. If you don't have these things in place, you are joking, that you are playing. You can get audited anytime and you're going to be screwed. You should have proper documentation of your operating agreement, your meeting minutes, your bylaws on file, depending on your business structure. That allows you to operate as a corporate entity. Are you documenting meeting minutes and resolutions for major decisions? Your business structure is your legal shield. Without it, your personal assets is on the line. And you need to review these things yearly, quarterly, because they are very important to that foundation we are talking about. The second thing every CEO and entrepreneur should know about their business is having the necessary licensing and permit to not operate illegally or by accident. These are the things you should check for. Do you have an up-to-date business license? Are you a professional firm? Or even if you're not, your LLC, but you deal in certain kind of business. Let's say you're a restaurant owner. You need to have the right license and permit to operate. And don't just say, oh, I have a license for the state and that's it. You have to have licensing for your borough, for that county. You need to check out all these things and make sure that you're barricaded the right way. Those are your industry specific permits. If you're a healthcare or construction agency, you want to know what are those license or permit you need to have in place. Do you have a home-based business license? Even though you're operating from home, you say, oh, I'm virtual. But in most counties, you're going to need a home-based business license. Licensing is a visibility issue. When you're licensed, you're taken very seriously by your clients, by potential investors, lenders, and even by yourself. You as a business owner, you know that this thing is serious and I have all these things to keep up to renewals and all that stuff. So now you're serious about your business to go in and put in more work. Number 3 is tax compliance. The IRS is watching and so should you. Is your EIN active and accurate? I've seen this with clients. The EIN has a whole different name on it, and whereas the business is a whole different name. Sometimes they register this EIN 19 woo-woo, and now they want to operate with that EIN on a brand new business they're just establishing. There can be conflict in there, and you can lose out on a lot of things. So is your EIN active and up to date? Are you filing the correct federal tax forms during tax time? Are you a LLC trying to file a S corporation tax bracket because now you have employees? Are you using the right forms? Forms like your 1120, 1065, 1040, and your Schedule Cs. Are you taking into consideration payroll taxes? If you have employees, are you deducting those taxes from their paycheck and having a separate bank account that hosts your tax payments so that come tax time, you're not frustrated and running all over the place? Are you taking into consideration also franchise taxes? Most states have franchise taxes attached. Is your state among them? So you want to know if your state is applicable for franchise taxes and you're on top of these things. Nothing sinks a business faster than tax issues. So you have to do quarterly reviews with your CPAs. Never delay tax filings because those penalties can be really brutal. Finally, I would say to you, compliance isn't just a protection, it is power. As women building businesses, our approach should be both visionary and meticulous. Legal compliance isn't just about staying out of trouble. It's about operating from a place of strength, clarity, and readiness. It's saying to the world, I take my business seriously and you should too. You are watching me and you need professional legal compliance audit. I'm a woman in business. I help you perform without the stress. I free you by providing the legal audits that keeps you covered, confident, and CEO ready so that you operate as the boss that you are. Go ahead and click the link and get access to that legal audit now.